Instead of starting his own pedal manufacturing company, Jack White has a company called Third Man Hardware that works with a bunch of different pedal companies to make a wide variety of pedals. And yes, up until last year, I wasn't really sure who Jack White was. A few months ago, I saw that Black Mountain came out with a volume pedal that had a wheel on it, and I was really interested in it. And now they collaborated with Third Man Hardware and transformed that concept into an echo pedal that also has a wheel on it.
You like that?
Yeah. So if you ignore the wheel, this is a really simple delay pedal. It's got the minimum controls that you would need for a delay pedal, so time, mix, and feedback. Nothing too crazy, pretty straightforward. This toggle over here chooses what the wheel controls. So for example, the wheel can control the mix, it can control the delay time or the feedback, and I feel like the coolest way to use this is to have it control the feedback. When you choose what the wheel controls, it overrides the corresponding knob. So if I have this wheel controlling feedback, then the feedback knob just straight up doesn't work. I thought it would do something like control the range or the max feedback, but it doesn't. It doesn't matter to me, but it's just good to know. I like when a pedal has trails so that when you turn the pedal off, it doesn't just completely and suddenly cut out. It's a lot more gradual. Roto Echo doesn't have trails, but you can set it so that the wheel controls the mix and you can gradually roll it down and bring in the delay whenever you want. When you turn the time knob on a delay pedal, it modulates like this. And when you make it so that this wheel controls the delay time, you can switch between a slow and a fast delay time, but it also modulates like that, and this can be really fun to lean into. Now I'm gonna make a track using the Roto Echo, and first I'm gonna be using my synth to make a sequence. And then I'm gonna run my harp through Dark Paw, which is the cat version of Dark Star. And then guitar is going to be played through the Roto Echo and sent into an amp sim. And at a certain point, the guitar is going to stop playing, and just rolling the wheel is going to be bringing the feedback in and out, which sounds really cool. And all that together sounds like this. So the wheel doesn't roll all the way when you spin it really hard, whether you're using your hand or your foot. It stops rolling when you stop, which is a good thing, but it does take some getting used to. Cause like it's like, look, it just feels kind of choppy. It's good like with that. It's good when you do it like that. But if you're trying to do it quick, look, you're not getting anywhere. Now you're probably thinking, Emily, couldn't I get a delay pedal with an expression jack built in and use the Chase Bliss expression roller with it? And yes, you could do that. That is an equivalent experience. But I really do like how this one is laid out because there's a lot more space for your foot or your heel around the wheel. But this is my favorite expression pedal that you can use with any pedal that has an expression jack. But this feels like a more intentional, complete, all-in-one package that's cheaper than buying a good separate delay pedal and a roller. But in those cases, you may not always be able to control what the wheel controls, so it just depends on what you want. Between this and the really similar volume pedal, Black Mountain has been coming out with some really interesting things, and I'm excited to see what they make next. So I'm gonna run my harp's bass strings through the 424, and then run the rest of my harp through this thing and control the feedback. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, thanks for being here.